What's up, guys? I'm AUSSIE Metalhead. I'm doing 150 classic albums by the end of the year. I'm also doing Patreon requests and new releases. And I'm kind of curious to delve into the newest Strokes record because I listened to Is This It? It's the only one that I've heard. I listened to that almost a year ago. Well, actually a bit over a year ago. Absolutely love the record. No one's requested the Strokes on my channel since, but I loved that album and I thought might as well check out the newest one. I'm also not expecting great things. I saw like some of the ratings is a lot of these tracks are rated very low and stuff like that. So this won't like make or break my opinion of the Strokes because I haven't done Room on Fire. I haven't done their 2020 album or anything like that. I've only done Is This It? And I thought it was one of the best albums I've heard. So I still absolutely love their stuff, and I love that album. So and I know that most artists 30 years into their career don't make their best stuff, but I'm also open-minded to not just hate on it because there's quite a few albums that I feel like people hate on that I seem to like, so always try and keep an open mind. But yeah, basically very blind reaction because I don't know what they sound like in the last 25 years. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Also, it's produced by Rick Rubin, so I'm expecting it to sound nice, and so far, sounds pretty polished. I feel like I can kind of hear Rick Rubin on these.
Like a bird of prey that you like, only from a safe distance away. My talents shine in the sun like poisoned wine. Your eyes are mine. Past the heart of judging dead, into the bed of nightly dread. We learn to harvest bombs from lead. We learn to die, to learn to live. You run alone, 'cause I was born.
I'm not sure how much I love about the auto-tune, but
as long as it's not you. Me now, under the moon, sunken ship, nothing in it. I won't make this quick. Immortal, beloved one, worth design me, remember and find me. Only my beloved songs will define me. Can you be more than what you say?
it's well produced, I think.
Sign above your bed. You're feeling good, frozen in time. But ignorance is no surprise this time. You kill your prey.
I like how it progresses.
Your nest from behind the desk. Psycho shit. You have no honor or no ball. It's a permission. We're all third. What's your price? What's your price? To us, just a
Have they worked with Rick Rubin much before? The new Abnormal has Rick Rubin. It also, like, from this Rick Rubin stuff that I've heard, mostly is System of a Down stuff. And this definitely goes into a very similar vein to me, where, like, the starting track, I feel like it has, like, a pretty principled, like, outspoken stance, which every System of a Down track has. And I wonder if that's a part of, like, Rick Rubin, like, producing, or that's just a coincidence that I picked up on. But I will say, like, production-wise, I think if I look solely on, like, the instrumental and how it builds, stuff like that, I quite like it. I don't know how I feel about the vocals in pair with that. But that also, it's in a way where I feel like I would have to listen to the tracks quite a few times to see how I feel about it. And also, as the album progresses, I'll see how I feel about it. I don't know. I'm conflicted so far, because, like, it is well produced. I just don't know if I like some of the creative decisions. I'm not sure how I feel about them. I feel like I'm always going to appreciate Rick Rubin's production, though. Like, just from what I've heard. I feel like at the moment, it's up in the air. If you haven't watched one of my videos before, I do ratings on the side. These are my first listen ratings. I listen to these projects multiple times over before I post them to my Discord, where you can chat to me about my ratings. I'm always active in there. I also posted Album of the Year, which is the music rating website I use. It says 600 reviews. I've actually done about 1,400 in the past 18 months. Before this channel existed, I maybe listened to 10 albums for back my entire life, Linkin Park, Bring Horizon, that sort of jazz. But yeah, my average rating is a 6 out of 10. I solely think that's because of my Patreon. Because over on my Patreon, you get to subscribe, and you get to request now. I have about 600 requests this year so far, and that's the reason why that the curve looks like this. I would say that I would normally have an average of a 5 out of 10, because spiritually I think I have that. Because I think 5.1 is above average. But the reason I don't have that is because all of these albums were basically done before I Patreon requests. And now that I have like 600 requests this year, most people are going to request good stuff, which is why it's skewed higher. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to give a 5 at the moment, because I am dead on the middle, where I'm not sure how I feel about the vocals and that sort of thing. Production's nice, and it could lean towards like a 6 or 7, or it could lean lower depending on just how much the re-listens and like weight of the vocals and all that sort of thing weigh on me. Also, like, the songwriting is all like decent, but it hasn't grabbed me. I like how this sounds. It's quite different. I think I just like really like Rick Rubin. Last track kind of gave me like weird Gorillaz vibes.
Do what you will, you can live on your
It's very Radioheady to me.
Leave if you want, but I bet that you won't.
Is that a fair comparison?
I see your problem and it's nothing to hide. Find any seller with that look in his eye. Opening up that there's no one who really cares. Let's take the words of a wise man who once said, the birds of a feather die together.
I like how expressive this is. It feels like there's more of an emotional core to latch onto in Last Home. Like, it's more restrained, which I think helps.
I will not surrender. Something in my brain. I will not defend them. Lies it told today. Fighting for the future. Watch the witches burn. I cannot defend.
There's like more poetry here, which I think is welcome.
Permission to speak. Permission to launch. Permission to sit. Permission to die.
I sit him down, I tie him up, I beat it out of him, alright. I beat his brains out till they're on the floor until his family mourns. I should know if he was here. I should
Yeah, I like this scrub there.
but I have sworn a life of peace. How can I reconcile his peace? We could now afford it, so we died and dash.
I really like
I
it.
would always go last, but
I love the vocals on it.
search for the night. I would give you the easy way out. We could never afford it. Oh, we died and dash. I would always go left. Now I'm gonna die just tonight. I would give you the easy way out. Say what you want, it's fine. One at a time, we're born. Nothing is off the table anymore. Love isn't what they taught. Oh shit, I'm out of ammo. 1 in a million for sure. Say, I think I'm prejudiced, 'cause I don't like your face. Over time I'll accept it though. I guess you're just an animal. Is that okay? I know. Say you want it, say you want it.
I think that's the minimum soft. You go harder if you want, but that's the minimum soft.
Yeah, I would say that's a great track. I will say, talking about the soft, I really liked that. Like the psycho shit, it's interesting. I like how heavier, like punkier sort of things. I do like so, and I feel like that makes sense because if I love the System of a Down records and the start of them and how principled they are and the fighting out and that sort of thing, I really like that. I just don't know if I just didn't jive with the first track here, but I do think that with Rick Rubin's production here, I do like the softer elements to bounce off of that. Like the more melodic passages, I feel like really work. Like I just think the track's great. This one, I'm not sure actually how heavy this one's gonna sound.
I did that yesterday. I heard that years ago when I was a kid. I didn't want to do it years ago, but I did. I did that yesterday when I was a kid. Weekend, I like your outfit. YOLO, you only live once. Dude kept the beat as it was. John Legend, that's just Coben. I guess I'm flattered, maybe. All good, we all still baby. Y'all ready for the next fad? Chris Edge's next. I did that yesterday. I did that years ago when I was a kid. I didn't want to do it yesterday.
I really hate using the word pretentious because I feel like you should be able to point towards something, and that word is like a thought killer. This does come across that way. Let's see if it backs it up. Oh. I'm sorry, I knew that was like a Fantano mention at some point. I didn't know it was in this track. I thought it was in like Falling Out of Love or something. What the yeah, that's the only thing I know about this record going in. It's like apparently it was mentioned of Fantano or something. I didn't expect it to be this one. It makes me feel like I feel like I would come across as like disingenuous because I was like talking about how he comes off a bit pretentious here, which I feel like is like probably going to be some of the like criticism when it comes to mentioning Fantano, despite the fact that Fantano is quite pretentious himself. But I know, like, tonally, this doesn't feel the best to me. Like, talking about, I think it's actually a really cool topic to be like, oh, I did this first, sort of thing, or I saw this when I was a kid. And talking about like the nostalgia of that, or the lack of credit that you got, or something like that. Like all these concepts that you could be wading through, I think is like an interesting perspective to have. But I think the reason that it comes off like pretentious, which I still think is a thought-terminating word, is there's like a decent amount of, it's like the snideness. Oh, all right. Actually, let me think. Arctic Monkeys, when they first came out, like their first record, there is like a pretentious aspect to them where like at the start of the record, like the first 3 or 4 tracks, they're like just pointing out shit, like putting out flaws in other people in a way that makes it seem like they like elevate themselves above it. But one of the ways that they circumvent that is they put Alex Turner in a lot of like positions where he has to talk from a place of like vulnerability or fault or something like that later in the record. So, and they have this sort of like, I've noticed that they have this in every single record I've heard, where like you start out with a bit of this high and mighty sort of critique, and then in the back half they get more personal, strip it back, and then like ground and humanize the like the orator that is being a bit pompous. I think if this album does the same thing, where like on the back half it shows a lot of like shows more humility, then I feel like the front half here, like the sort of pretentious aspects of this track will feign, and it won't bother me because it's at least you've like fleshed it out in the back half. But this feels like the start of an Arctic Monkeys record, but leaning a bit more into like the pretentious aspect. So yeah, I'm still holding out my judgment for this track. Because my opinion could change on it depending on how the later half of this record develops.
You would not recognize art in any age.
And also, like, to put in the chorus of, like, Heading on Fantano or something like that, it's weird. I actually disagree with, because there's, I guess, like, Fantano's always in the, conversations. I disagree with a lot of like the criticisms that people had with the Halsey Fantano situation, because I believe most people were strawmanning the Halsey side. I think most of the time they weren't being super communicative, but like I think their point mostly was like saying main character syndrome isn't like saying an album is bad isn't wrong. Like you can say it like it does, any personal thing doesn't shield you from criticism. But when like the album itself talks about like the woman's experience of being over dramatized and not being believed because of the doctors and all that sort of shit, but all of these like elements of you're being a drama queen because you're being a woman, and then you go, oh, this album is main character syndrome. I don't think he didn't say necessarily this album is main character syndrome. It was the kind of like waffling and wailing, and the lyrics were main character syndrome because they were written poorly or tritely. That's what, like, I'm paraphrasing. It's not perfect, but I'm paraphrasing. I think just don't use that word because it doesn't have the right tone. When that's like the main thing I would have. It's like you can have the same criticism. You could say this is like poorly written. A good example is this is a harsh critique. I haven't listened to the album, but if she's talking about her experience, it would be like, hey, I don't doubt, like, you don't have to caveat, but it's like, I don't doubt the validity of this experience, but the way you write about it doesn't come across like someone that is writing about this harrowing experience that I do believe that you're having. It comes across like a teenage breakup or something like that, where it's like, it's still harsh, but it doesn't feel like it's invalidating as much, I guess. So I don't believe that the criticisms that a lot of like Fantano people had, which was, hey, Halsey just shouldn't talk to Fantano, like shouldn't mention Fantano. It's like, I'm just a lowly little critic. Why do you care about me? It's like, you're the largest music critic on the planet. So I don't like agree with that sort of thing. I think it's fair. I think you like Fantano probably should be brought up in some music a bit more, considering of how prevalent he is, and he knows he's that prevalent. He spoke about it in Variety, but I don't know the full backstory of why the Strokes and Julian Casablancas doesn't like Fantano, because I remember them. I think they used to be friendly. Fuck it, I'll look it up, because depending on the context of why he doesn't like Fantano will be how I judge whether this feels childish or not. All right, I've actually spent like 15 minutes doing a deep dive. Seeing the comments that the Strokes, Julian Casablancas made, when I watched the original review that sparked it, which was the Voids thing. Listened to a track off the Voids to see if, because I came in to tell you what happened. I'm sorry that I'm doing this massive detour. I went into it, saw what he said to see, has Julian Casablancas said some nutty shit. He seems to just say very similar stuff in the same vein as the stuff that he's saying on this track here. I went, okay, is this a situation where I could listen to the review and be like, holy fuck, yeah, I can see how someone could hate you. I kind of had that with the Halsey. I listened, I'm like, all right, I can see why people fucking hate you for this review. And it's not because it's about like a negative review. It's just the way it comes across is not good. I listened to the review of the Fantano one, and if I'm being honest, it kind of sucks his dick for half of it, and then goes into, but this feels democratic, this is beneath you. If I'm being honest, that's kind of a respectable sort of position of being like, this album is beneath you. I don't know what the song sound at this point. I didn't know what the song sounded like, but I'm like, okay, that's actually kind of a respectful way of saying this album is bad. It's like, what the heck? I had so much high hopes for you. You've done amazing things. You've done this, that, the other. How could you make this? It sounds so demo quality. And then explaining like, here's the tracks that sound demo quality. It sounds like Nightmare, Halloween, spooky bullshit, right? I then went to and listened to the track, one of the tracks, and yeah, it doesn't sound great. It doesn't have, it's like monotonous in a way, but with all that being said, it does actually matter if I believe the track is good or not. I was just trying to see if this clearly did sound like, if Fantano was way off base when it comes to disliking this record. Like if I listened to a song and it was actually incredible, and Fantano was just shitting on it and being like, it's democratic, it's like, I could see how like Julian Casablancas would be like, oh yeah, you don't know shit about music. But I listened to it and it's like, yeah, there's a valid reason why people would think this is bad. Now, you could still like the track, but I can see how people could think it's bad. Which brings us all to this. It's like, he had a cordial relationship, it seems, with Fantano, and then gets a pretty respectful negative review, and then puts this into the track. It feels fucking childish. I didn't come in with that perspective because I showed you on the Halsey thing. I actually lightly leaned towards Halsey's side on it. He just sounds like cringe as fuck on this one, which there's the contrarian in me doesn't want to have that feeling, because I'm pretty sure that's the perspective that like most people will come away with this record. So I would want to try and like steelman the other side and be like, hey, no, like you're not thinking about no, Julian Casablancas, he already sounded like a cockhead at the start of this, and then looking into this, it's like, he kind of sounds more like a cockhead. It actually doesn't sound awful. I don't like the auto-tune, but like overall it doesn't sound that bad. Hey, that makes sense creatively to use a lot of these sounds because it's talking about like 20 years ago, like the auto-tune from 20 years ago, that sort of stuff. It's more thought-provoking than the first track. I'll leave it 5 because I truly don't know because like I again the auto-tune is something I'm not a massive fan of, but it has more like artistic merit on this track. I think when it's talking about I know when it's talking about 20 years ago, that sort of thing. Like there's something there, but it's more thought-provoking, which makes me think that it's better than Psycho Shit, but those thoughts might be negative. I'm not too sure. I'd have to sit with the track more. Psycho Shit, it's just felt like, oh, there's some nice recording production and then not much else. Like it feels empty. Despite like the message I was trying to get across. I don't know. I like the concept. This shows a bit of that human side I was talking about. I was up to it here.
Seven seas, hunted wild rhinoceros. Please don't call me ma'am. I'm no fancy fallen angel. Finally fell in love. Finally found some relief. Finally found his lover in the arms of a thief. Mostly found an angle. Holding on for now.
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Listening to this, if I didn't have an example of someone talking about their flaws in a very fucking good way from yesterday, which I listened to Science Fiction by Brand New, and that person is flawed. We can all agree with that. But fuck, the way he talks about it, it feels like someone actually grappling with it. I don't know, like there's like a lack of ego there, or there's a frustration with your ego. It feels like they're listening to this. It could just be based off of the last track, but it there feels like an unaddressed ego in it, and it feels like unshakable. Like it's just like a tumor that's attached to the track. But it could just be the fact that the last song. I don't know. Hmm. Like the idea of like there once was a boy turned Lucifer. He haunted many spaces, got lost down many streets, sailed the seven seas, hunted wild. Please don't call me man. I'm no fancy fallen angel. It's like, was anyone calling you that? Like I don't know. Like there, a good. All right, with science fiction, he talks about like he basically talks about like how he's a monster and how he doesn't understand. He doesn't know where he is within him, within the mask that he's created, because the mask he has created is one that has been used as basically a fucking smokescreen to lure and abuse people in his life. And he doesn't talk about like woe is me, who is me, that sort of shit. He's like, I'm fucking people up, and any sort of aspersions to like an ego thing of like the amount of power he has or something like that is, I feel like, directly correlated and accurately assessed to the same level of like harm that he's causing. So he's not like making himself bigger than he is. Where like the boy wants to turn Lucifer, it's like, where, bro, like that feels egotistical. You're Lucifer? Like I'm not religious, but like Lucifer. And also it's such a, it feels like a very childish way of explaining it. It's like Lucifer, oh what's bad? It's like it's calling yourself Hitler. It's like, oh yeah, I'm Hitler, I'm Lucifer. It's like there's like an ego there. I don't like it. Because it if it's someone that's like able to, someone that has like proper, or if it comes across like this could just be a communication difference. There's someone that feels like they've actually like delved through like the sludges of the shit, and like negative stuff that they've caused. I don't think they'd call themselves Lucifer, because that feels self-pitying. Um, because if it's unmatched to the level of what you, of like the harm that you've caused. And even if you wanted to make that decision, I feel like if you wanted to be like, I'm Lucifer and get down in the dumps or that sort of thing, you would have to change like the style of the track. Like not this like auto-tune sort of cookie cutter track. You would have to create this atmosphere where the self-loathing feels palpable, but it doesn't. It just feels like it's jammed in there, which makes it feel egotistical. I don't know. It's just, I'm not a fan. I guess I'll sing like why are you acting like Wilbur Soot when he was like on fucking YouTube? Like Wilbur Soot's music got so much better after he got cancelled, because he didn't have to play into this like fucking soft boy YouTuber aesthetic. Why are you sounding like this? I guess I was saying a lot. Like I understand that it can like, you can do this in like a post-ironic way, but it's kind of like that whole thing of like, hey, I shit myself for memes. It's like you still shit yourself. And he comes across that way, especially when he's like very pretentious on the last track, and you come into this and the pretentious like ego is still fucking coming in. I guess I was thinking, it's like, why are you acting? You're like 50, aren't you? Like, why are you acting like a fucking 20-year-old sad boy? Yeah, I don't know why. It's so weird. I feel like this could come across as I just am a Fantano dick suck, but it's like, holy fuck, do I disagree with him on like most shit. And I respect him a bit, but like I do think like how he handled the horsey stuff isn't the greatest. And stuff like, it's like I don't have this reverence for him. And I'm more than happy to criticize him. I've criticized him more on this channel than I in review like reactions than I have praised him. So there isn't that sort of I don't know, there isn't that bias. I would actually probably be more likely to bias for Dissociate, but like, so it's that, I don't think that's shading my opinion here. It just, I don't like this.
Good times are avenue to the cozy cotton bedded sheets of nightly dread. Past the hall of touching heads, family portraits of the dead. I know they
But it's well produced. Like,
same power sitting in the shadow.
I like the vocals here. It's not too bad. I actually kind of like the melody and shit here. I have to be holistic, can't just like focus on the lyrics. It sounds better than the other two vibes. I have a bit more of an issue with the lyrics. I like the focusing on that. You know what? It's winning me over. I'll give it a decent for now, especially with the acknowledgement. I like this. This sounds nicer. I guess he is lampshading it, I guess, so that's fine. I kind of like the sound, yeah. Alright. Yeah, it won me over a bit.
Sometimes it feels like the world is just moving too fast. No one is struggling as hard as you.
He sounds like someone to eat him or something.
Sometimes it comes down to one side's just stronger, baby. Some things
Alright.
they feel like they just
This might sound like I'm hating on it, but I actually am not, because I kind of like this song. But vocally, he kind of sounds like this. Let me find it. It's given this a bit, which this is a guilty pleasure song for the record.
See, I don't know why I liked you so much.
Vocally, he kind of sounds like this.
Gave you all of my trust. I told me through pain.
Wait. Wait, where is it?
I wanna let you know I feel. Fuck what I said, it don't mean shit now. Fuck the presents, might as well throw 'em out. Fuck all those kisses, they didn't mean jack. Fuck you, you go, I don't want you back. Fuck what I said, it don't mean shit now. Fuck the presents, might as well throw 'em out. Fuck all those kisses.
I thought it said broke. I thought it said fuck you, you're broke. Alright, bit different. But yeah, I don't know. It kind of gives me a... When he does that, that's where I go from.
Sometimes it comes down to one side's just stronger, baby. Some things they feel like they just won't change. Forget the things that they did, yeah. Obey the words that they say, yeah. Get it on my disc on diet, yeah. Got plans on going online. Starting again. Starting again. Starting again. Starting again. Maybe it's time that you see it for yourself for once. Doesn't anybody wanna know what's going on? Can I go without if I don't care about the mob? 'Cause it would mess up anybody without words to sing along. Starting again. Starting again. Starting again. I'll go on too long.
Nice. I don't mind it.
I guess it's overdue. I didn't think it through. Is that where tears are from? Forget the movies on.
I'll get 5 on the last track actually, because I think this is a decent track. And I like him more on the last one. Starting again. Starting again. Oh, it's starting again. And in the same way that you began. Well, I really wanna thank you if I can tonight. Oh, you mean so much, just once I've done it Like a tiger, they will chase you down with words instead of claws. They will seduce you till you reach the point to let yourself get mauled. The worse reality gets, the less you wanna hear about it. I hope Matty Healy doesn't become this in 20 years.
When you've got cool stuff to lose. I wanna be a 7-foot zombie. The pay's low, but I gotta do something. I'm at the mall, the song is bumping. There goes my future wife in the little red jumpsuit.
It's just mostly the writing I have an issue with, I guess.
Throwing all my plans out the window. Don't wanna waste my life. I see you on the other side.
Like, it just feels so purposeless.
I've been thinking about what I wanna say, but I'm an old man now. At least that's what they tell me anyway. We've been expanding on our greatness, building future ruins. We're building castles from the bones of dead trees, molded from the shattered ashes of the Dead Sea. I moved away to the country. I had to change my way, but I kinda miss you now. Stockbrokers flying out the window. I kinda miss that sound. Don't wanna wake up, Paul.
I don't know,
I can't wait, I'm going shopping. I met them all and the song is puppet. I wanna be a 7-foot starfish above the law, a political puppet. I'm going back to the city. I'm out to lose my mind. I'm gonna stay alive. I'm climbing out through the window. I miss the shops and malls. I'm gonna meet you there. Still throwing my phone out the window. I'm gonna soothe my soul. Can't wait, I'm going shopping. If you're better than me, you don't have to judge me. Oh, your attention, please. I wondered if
It sounds like AJR. To be fair, Gorilla sounded like it last year too.
Was a friend that I once knew, flew in from LA. Oh, a lesson that I learned a long, long time ago. Remind me of my lonesome self at Orient shadow, and I count my blessings then. I know nobody understands. I waste my days away. You don't have love because you don't want pain. Oh, no, no, you don't want pain because you don't have trust. Oh, no, no, you don't have trust. So you don't have love. Oh, no, no, you don't have love 'cause you just can't take the pain. There was a time set there talk. He was the one, now he's away, riding the radio waves. Get the fuck out the way, we can have all the things you want, okay? Listen to the AI tell you what to do today. I waste my days away instead of giving it a voice. I wanna play my game. You don't know, 'cause you don't want pain. Oh no, no, you don't want pain.
He's just a bad songwriter. Like lyricist, like it's just bad. I don't know, like like I don't even disagree with some of the stuff he's saying, but like, listen to the AI tell you what to do today. Oh, like a fucking like any 17-year-old could write that. You know, like where's the poetry? Like you're meant to be a seasoned veteran. You know what's fucking crazy? Listening to Charlie XCX into this is crazy because Charlie XCX, like that record, she had like no time to make it, and she made it, and it sounds cohesive, has nice pacing. She sounds like a seasoned veteran. Strokes here don't. They sound like they just don't. Like it just the only thing saving it from making it like to make it sound a bit professional is Rick Rubin's production a bit. Even that is waning. It's just like I don't like it.
You don't want trust, oh no, you don't have trust. You don't have love, oh no, you don't have love. You just can't stand the pain. Harmonic minor. I don't want love, 'cause you don't want pain. Oh no, no, you don't want pain. 'Cause
I don't hate the melodies and stuff like that.
oh no, no, you don't want trust, 'cause you don't want love. Oh no, no, you don't want love.
Just get a different writer.
Something inside us bubbling up. We gotta go somewhere to get drunk. The reservation.
It's just the writing. It's like so sloppy. Bro, does 2026 has a fucking curse? Who cursed us? Everyone makes dog shit. Why is this year so fucking bad? It is so fucking bad. I looked at it and it was like there was like 30 albums from like legendary mainstream artists that flop because they're just fucking shit. Like obviously the 3 Drake ones, bad. You have Kanye, bad. Loathe, bad. By Storm, people disagree, bad. Future, bad. Madonna, it's not my shit, so that's fine. Gracie Abrams is above all of those a tiny bit, but like, and she's just mainstream, but like not like legendary or anything. Noah Khan, mainstream, it was alright. Kalela, alright. J. Cole, on the Birthday Blizzard, Lucky was Going through. Melanie Martinez, no, most people don't like her, but her stuff was let's look. Slayer Von Nova was Steve Lacy was Yeet was The Mountain, I'm rated it too high. It was kind of shit. Poppy was, yeah, alright, it's decent. Octane Dontol was like, alright. Experiment was alright. Converge was alright. Escape Rookie was alright. J. Cole was, it was decent. Fuck. Like, why is there so many artists that just like, this year has been the worst year of music without a doubt. Like, I haven't listened to every single thing of every single year. 2025, I listened to basically everything. That was a solid year. I was excited. It felt like if I didn't stay on top of like listening to everything, I'd miss out on something. I genuinely feel like I wouldn't have missed out on much whatsoever if I just woke up in a coma halfway through this year. Like, fucking nothing happened. Like, Olivia Rodrigo was a good album. That's true. Bring Me the Horizons, Repented. That was really nice. Baby Kim was decent. Like, pretty good. Slater was cool. I would have missed out on Slater. That would have been cool. Would have been off. Matt Proxy was alright. But, like, it's mostly, like, the undergroundish artists. Like, Vince Staples' Crybaby was decent. Muse was alright. Like, pretty good. Mitski was pretty good. Like, but there's just nothing that's, like, I don't know. Like, it's just such a weak fucking year. And someone like The Strokes shouldn't be posting weak shit. Kanye shouldn't be posting weak shit. Granted, he has extenuating circumstances. Future shouldn't be posting weak shit. Drake, if you're posting 3 albums, you should at least post one that's good. Fuck. It's just JPEG Mafia. That was awful. It's just so rough.
On the verge of understatement, I was kind of blind. In the light of the living,
It's just fucking bad.
and dying gift of life.
Like, there's nothing unique. Like, the songwriting is just bad. Like, if this was released in 2012 by a random artist, it would be slammed. Like, this is... It's fucking bad. This sounds alright. Production-wise. Rick Rubin's coming out and he's put some decent aspects into it, but fuck.
Watch your back, it's a trap. Cause the best work on her back. Feed the world with a nap. wanna jump, yeah, I'm back, not so fast. On the highway or the track, he's ahead of his life. That's a message he forgets. I'm a liquid, I'm the law, I'm a killer, I'm a beast, I'm a leech, 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 I'm a leech. I ran 1,000 miles, the 1,000 hills I climbed. I ran 1,000 miles, the 1,000 hills I climbed. I ran 1,000 miles, the 1,000 hills I climbed. I ran 1,000 miles, the 1,000 hills I climbed. So we go for one more ride, and that's okay, 'cause I did my time. But now I wait for another chance, when I will take everything I can. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. And I can't wait. Oh, baby, I can't wait. Here we are, for the final time. And I hope you say, and that I made you laugh. Oh, I tried to make things right. Though it's hard, maybe I can for just one night. Though I never
That's alright.
said the same thing twice, I will sign one more time. Oh, I can't wait. And I can't wait. And I can't wait. Am I too late? It's all I got.
That's decent. That's decent.
But at the end, must let all songs die. So we watch for the mellow mood, but nobody cares as much as you.
Wait, but that was 6 years between this and the new normal? What were you doing, cunt? What the fuck? Oh, that's the worst. Alright. It's okay. Alright, this is getting lower. It's so weird because I loved Is This It. I loved Is This It, so... Yeah, I loved Is This It. This... fucking not good. But... I'm sorry it was negative review, but I don't know. It was rough. This year's been bad. But, I would love to listen to Room on Fire. If someone requested that, I'm almost certain I would love that record. Because it came out just like 2 years after Is This It. Is This It's a fucking amazing album. Like, easily one of the best of all time. But yeah. Not great. Sorry about that. If you want to support further after watching this, me be annoyed, I guess. You can go to Patreon, all that jazz. I upload every single day. But yeah, I love you. Peace.